So it seems the new Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 102 leaks has given everybody a theory cap. Seems like as soon as game theory is over, Dragon Ball theory has just begun. Because everyone is theorizing about everything under the sun when it comes to the ending, potentially the ending of the Dragon Ball Super superhero arc and beyond. Specifically nitpicking everything we see with the leaks in this fight on Gohan versus Goku. And if you're like me, you've probably seen this image through, I don't know, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, or even here on YouTube, where people are theorizing that because Gohan does not have pupils in the fight with Goku, he is using a subdued version of Beast. I don't have enough information to say that's what's going on, but Goku told Gohan to go into his greatest form to fight, then goes into Mastered. Beerus doubles down that this is Goku's greatest form. I find it very hard to believe that Gohan would then insult his father and go into a inferior version of Beast because he doesn't want to beat his father. He knows his father up to this point. He knows that he is serious about fighting. He wants to fight Gohan at his strongest. It is a show of respect. I don't believe in my heart that Gohan would go into a subdued version. I just think that Toyotaro forgot to draw pupils in his eyes, basically. He's done it before. But this got me thinking, and since yesterday I made a video talking about my thoughts on who would win this sparring match, and the only path to power to victory that Goku has in this chapter, it got me thinking, we don't know anything about Beast Gohan and the way he fights. We only know a little bit from the superhero arc fight with Cell Max, and then what we see here. That's basically it. So in this video, I'm going to be taking all the details, everything we know about Gohan in the Super Manga and Beast Gohan's transformation, including some hidden details in these leaks and the recent chapters that will answer the question how Beast Gohan's transformation is going to fight and how Beast Gohan himself, or just Gohan himself, is going to conduct himself in this battle. And trust me, this is going to end not the way that you think. So before I begin, let me know in the comment section below what you believe Gohan's best move is. What is your favorite move that Gohan has had in the entirety of him being in Dragon Ball? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's jump into this. Before I start going into anything when it comes to Beast Gohan at all, because we have a lot of speculation there, I want to talk about Gohan himself. And what we know from Gohan and the way that he has been fighting and conducting himself in the Dragon Ball Super manga is that not only is he heavily influenced by Piccolo and his fighting style, but number two, he has been copying everybody else's moves in combat. We know he knows Kamehameha, we know he has taken Galactic Donut, and now we know that he is using Special Beam Cannon. Even Piccolo called him out on it. So we know that Gohan is copying abilities and techniques from other fighters and using them in his own arsenal, which makes sense because Gohan is literally working and studying the majority of the time of Dragon Ball Super. He does not have time to create brand new techniques and abilities, and it shows. He hasn't made a new ability or technique, and this is just my recollection of it, but probably since Masenko, really. I mean, you guys answered that question that I just put to you guys at the beginning of the video. You guys probably have a hard time figuring out very specific Gohan-esque techniques that are his and his alone. A lot of his abilities and techniques are from other people. With that being said, I feel like Gohan going into the fight with Goku is going to be bringing to bear a lot of abilities and techniques that we've seen from other Z fighters and possibly even other opponents. Now, some of them that come to mind that will be very useful to Gohan for him to copy and use are Destructo Disc, or a variant that is very similar in power density as Frieza's attack that almost cut Goku in half. Big Bang Attack would be a very fast and maneuverable ability that he could use on the fly and would be amped up by his beast transformation. I'm not sure if he's got Solar Flare, but that would definitely come in handy if he didn't have it already. And to be honest, I could see a supercharged, super powerful Masenko, something Masenko-esque. I'm pretty sure it's coming. I'm sure that Toyotaro is already working on Masenko type attack for Gohan, seeing as how he used Special Beam Cannon against Cell Max. So that one I feel like is already in the chamber. One ability that I really would like him to learn, but he would need to learn it from King Kai or a Kai in general, which he does know a few, is Kaioken. I feel like that ability is something that is going to be crucial to amping up the Beast transformation even more than what already is, and just kind of brings him to a closer connection to Goku. I mean, if Vegeta can go and learn instant transmission, then why can't Gohan learn Kaioken? And really lastly, I think Super Go's Kamikaze attack, I mean, he already took the Galactic Donut away from Gotenks, so I don't see that it would be so weird for him to create Ghosts just like Gotenks does, bringing Gotenks' ability, a really unique ability at that, to the forefront of Dragon Ball battles, because Gotenks really ain't doing anything around this time. Until he trains more, he's basically a joke. Now, since he is copying a lot of Piccolo's moves, we could say something like Hell Zone Grenade or Light Grenade. Both of those are really OG attacks, and I think that they would work great with Gohan. I feel like he already has a lot of finisher attacks, so I think Light Grenade wouldn't be the best one, but definitely Hell Zone Grenade, because that's almost like a scatter shot type of shotgun move that could be very beneficial to Gohan's moveset. But I do think moving forward, seeing as how he hasn't had time to make abilities or train techniques of his own, he's going to be basically using what he's already known and things that he's seen other people use. Now, when it comes to the Beast transformation, I'm going to go on my headcanon and my speculation of what I believe that this transformation is, and I already said it before in several videos. I believe that Beast Gohan, even Ultimate Gohan, those two are linked, and Ultimate Gohan is literally a Saiyan with all his potential unleashed, and that's how we get Beast Gohan, the trigger to get into that transformation being Piccolo's almost death. So with it being a supercharged version of the Super Saiyan transformation, essentially, the way I see it, there's a lot of different things we can do with this transformation. So one of my favorite ones is an OG Saiyan ability, and that is Zenkai Boost. Although if Gohan gets in dire straits, he could get maybe the equivalent of a Beast Zenkai Boost, something that is on the Beast scaling, and this would be a great way to potentially get Gohan up in the echelons beyond Beast, because we already know that Goku and Vegeta are going to be heading toward that God and Angel dynamic. So putting Gohan in that same running with Zenkai Boost would be something that basically after every single fight would make him more powerful and breach the gap, breach what the other two are doing, and get him in the same running, especially against other characters like Jiren or Broly. This leads me to having Beast type of transformations. One that could just be in the Beast cycle and not change much would be something similar to how Vegeta and Trunks got really bulked up when they were going into Ascended Super Saiyan and Ascended Beast, where he's a little bit bulkier, you know, looking a little bit more brawlic. That could be also an interesting direction, because essentially we're replaying the Super Saiyan transformation, so it would make sense. But to me, what makes the most sense is having a Beast 2 or a Beast 3, basically a way to bring Super Saiyan back. And it also makes sense because if you guys remember, Akira Toriyama first created Super Saiyan having white hair and red eyes, which is essentially what Gohan became in the Beast transformation. So you can see that this is kind of like Toriyama and his team redoing Super Saiyan, but not have God Ki and not have the confusing nature of Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. So that could also be a possibility. But to me, all I want to see is Gohan regrow his tail. I want him to regrow his tail, and I want him to have that as an aspect similar to how the Saiyans used to be. That would be an interesting direction if we get Tails back with the Beast transformation. It also kind of ties into the name, Beast. Makes a lot of sense. Ultimately, we don't still know much about the Beast transformation besides what we've seen so far, and what we've seen so far doesn't give us any answers whatsoever besides the fact that he's using Piccolo's moves and he's extremely powerful. So when the chapter actually comes out, we'll have more information on this topic, but before that, we're just here for speculation, which is awesome. I love the fact that Dragon Ball community is actually theorizing and getting hyped up again after years of no hype whatsoever. But let me know what you guys think of all this. Again, this is all speculation. This is all my biased opinion on what Gohan is right now. Let me know what your thoughts are on what Gohan's power is and which direction they're going to go with him and the Beast transformation. Give me your biased speculation, please.
Subscribe for more content.